This is how you send out the upsell text blast. First of all, why do we want to do this? Because when you're on the phones taking a sales call one-to-one, you're literally one-to-one, right? The most amount of person you can communicate with that person at that time is just one person. Now, when you send out a text blast, now you're one-to-many. So this is an advantage that most sales reps don't have, and they don't even realize, because business owners have the ability to do that, right? Because they can have content, they can talk to ads, they can kind of multiply themselves, right? Now, as a sales rep, this is how you do that in their own field. So you send out a text blast or email blast. What that does is at the same time, you can communicate to multiple people at the same time, which gives you what? Which gives you leverage, okay? So this is how you do it. Text blast guidelines. So you want to send out text blast once a month. In this particular one, we're going to go over upsell text blast. There's also different ones like no sale, follow-up text blast, offering funding, so on and so forth, which you'll see in the other videos. But this one's for upsells, right? So you want to send it once a month, and you want to have a cadence. So you want to have market on your calendar on the first Monday of the month, usually, okay? That way you have a regular cadence going on. Because what that does is now the new people you sold to, they're going to get added to a smart view that we're going to be talking about. And once new people are going to get added, those people are going to get hit for the first time. And the last people that didn't buy, they're going to get hit for the second time, right? So if they weren't open to the upsell then, now they may be this time. So you want to start with people who bought more expensive stuff first, right? So as opposed to calling someone who bought a $7 thing and trying to upsell them to a 5K thing, then you get commissions for what? $500 if your commission percentage is 10%. Versus if you upsell someone who already bought something for 5K into a 15K thing, then now you're getting 1.5K for commission, right? And the thing is, with these people, it's a lot easier to sell to this than from this to this, as weird as it sounds, because these people bought more, use more money, right? So they have more skin in the game. So if you were to have people that already bought a 5K thing, for example, and if you have an upsell for a 15K thing, go for that. Now, if you don't have a backend program, you can upsell clients too. Just offer renewal at half the original price. So if the program is 5K, then you can offer, and it's a 3-month program, then you can offer renewal for, let's say, 2.5K for another 3 months, right? And so you can either talk to your sales manager or whoever you talk to. But the thing is, probably no sales rep on your offer is doing this anyway, like upselling and renewing people. And so if you just renew people, the business is not going to be mad at the fact that you're bringing more revenue for the company, right? So I always say it's a lot easy for beg for forgiveness than it is for ask for permission, right? And so just go for it. And all right, cool. So smart fee filters. So what are smart fees? Smart fees are basically lists. Okay, so it's a list of, okay, these are the current client list. This is the past client list. This is the people who had either sales call with but didn't buy. So this is the no sell follow-up list, so on and so forth. So depending on what CRM you use, if you have Close.io, it's like very simple. And if you have like Go High Level, HubSpot, so on and so forth, you can still create smart fees. So for this one in particular, for upsells, you want to filter down to current or past clients. Okay. Best if you can filter down, let's say if it's a 3-month program, if you can filter the timeline between day 60 to 90 that the client's been in the program for, that's even better, right? And the reason for that is because if they literally just joined today, it's a lot more difficult to upsell that person as opposed to if they've been for like 2 or 3 months. If they go over that period, like 3-4 months, then at that point, the buying temperature kind of goes on because they already kind of graduated. So like the day 60 to 90, because they're kind of aware of that program is expiring. So it's almost like the last day of summer camp. It's like you made these friends, and then now you've been in this for a while. You made friends with the teachers, and then now you're about to leave, right? It's kind of like a sad feeling. So I remember when I was in different programs, like that's the exact feeling I got. It's just that no one offered an upsell or renewal, but if they did, I would have been a very easy upsell or renewal, you know? So you want to do that. And also you can also offer credits to these people, day 60 to 90. So when I was selling a 7th level, we did a credit system. So if they upgrade, right, they had a 10K program and there's also like a 18K program, right? So if they upgraded to the 18K program before the 90 days was up, they could actually do a full credit of the 10K towards the 18K. So instead of paying 18K, they paid only 8K, which was a sweet deal for them. So basically, they got the front end program for free, basically, right? If you want to look at it that way. So you can do it that way. If not, you can also talk to your sales manager about this, business owner about this. If not, again, just fucking go for it because no one's upselling anyway. And you want to filter down to their local time between 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Because if it's before this, it's too early. If it's after this, it's kind of too late, right? So, and also, if you don't know how to set up smart feeds, just ask your tech team or your sales manager. And if you don't have a text plus option in the CRM, like you can't text blast for some reason, just copy paste it and like just mass paste it to all your lists, all the people in the list, and send it manually, like boom, 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 boom. And if you don't have phone numbers of current or past clients, or you cannot text them because it's like international numbers or whatever, just send an email blast with the same thing instead. Okay, and whenever you send out a text blast or an email blast and where you're prompting a response from people, you want to make sure that you have the time free to be able to call the leads right away as soon as they respond. So, for example, you don't want to send out a text blast and then you hop on a sales call, because now during that 1 hour, people are going to respond to you, but you can't respond because you're talking to a sales call. And because of that, like they just go colder and colder and colder. So ideally, you send out a text blast, stand by your inbox, keep it open. And as soon as you get an interesting reply, they're like, hey, I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this? You hit call and then you call them immediately. That's what you want to do. Okay. So now let's get to the actual templates of the text blast, right? So what do you say? Name is just name from company name. We're letting a few clients this week to get more personalized help with what they need help with. Send. Would you like more details? Send. Okay. So it sounds like something like this. Let's say you are selling like a BizOp, right? So let's say you sell a BizOp and the front end program is more group program and the back end is like more one-on-one personalized support, right? Hey, Jack, it's just Brian from XYZ company name. We're letting a few clients this week to get more one-on-one help with your trading in order to get more consistent profits. Send. Would you like more details? Send. And if you help people with like let's say like an Airbnb offer, right? And the front end programs, like they get like their few listings, but now they're doing all the work, and the back end program's helping them with delegation, so they free up their time. So it can be like, hey Jack, it's just Brian from XYZ company name. We're letting a few clients this week to get more personalized help with delegating and hiring. That way you free up more of your time while increasing profits. Send. Would you like more details? Send. Something like that, right? So you want to speak to the outcome that these people want, because what happens is on the front end program, it usually solves the first problem. Okay. So they start to make a bit more money if it's a make money offer. And on the back end, what that does from the front end program, it creates a higher quality problem. Okay, so let's say they start to make a bit more money, but usually they'll start to work more hours, for example, right? If it's a coach offers, like helping people start a coaching business, then the front end program, they start to get some clients, they make more money. On the back end program, for example, it's like hiring them with appointment setters, closers. So it's like they scale more and while freeing up more of their time, right? So it's that kind of thing. So would you like more details? I like to put a space between the word and the question mark on like a text blast because it makes it seem less automated. And that's what you want. If you want to get more replies from text blasts or texts for a general principle, you want to make it seem as less automated possible. It's almost as if you actually typed it out. That's what we send. You send this, and then we send this as a separate text. Okay. Now, if your CRM, for example, is not allowing you to do this, most CRMs do. HubSpot and Closely, I know for sure you can do this. Then don't worry about it. But you want to do this as much as possible. And you want to put a space in between the word and the question mark. What that does is it actually makes it seem less automated. And so, and also in your CRM, if you can automate the workflow, I know in Close.io you can do this for sure. If no response 24 hours after, you want to send an automated text, which is, did you miss my last message, or did my last message go through? Okay. If not, then you can just call them. It's not a problem. So this is the text blast. Send this out, like find a block today, okay, immediately on your block today, and then you send this out right away, okay? And if you can't figure out the text stuff, just like send it out to like the few people you know anyway. Like just start with that. Send out to like 10 people, right? So, and then be on standby. Make sure to implement this because this is going to give you a quick one. But if you don't implement this, nothing's going to happen. So make sure you implement this ASAP today. All right, let's do this.